Hey guys, I just wanted to spend a few minutes showing you what I've been working on the past few days. Um, as I'm refining the Hyper client, I really wanted to put together a frictionless experience to get up and running with Hyper, the service, and the Hyper client. So I built this developer service that's super easy to sign up and still has some work to do, but I think I can demo it to get some feedback. So I'm going to make this page really pretty, but for right now, it is what it is. If you go to dashboard.hyper63.com, and basically all you need to do to register for the developer service is just sign up or sign in with GitHub. And when you click this button, it'll ask you to log in with your GitHub credentials. And basically, the request is just to see whatever your public information is. So it's not asking for any kind of access to your GitHub account, but just to see some public information, mainly your user ID, because that will be kind of the name of the service. So we'll go ahead and do that. And I've already signed up with my GitHub, so it'll just take me to the account screen. And when I click on that button, it's going to take me to the account screen, and you'll see that we have a Hyper Apps section. In that section, you're going to see this app box, but you might see it with like a little add button here. And if you click that, then what's going to happen is it's going to generate you an account on dev.hyper63.com. And that account will be named with your GitHub username, and you'll get this connection string here. And then below is kind of an example how you might go about using this Hyper client. And then finally a button to actually launch kind of a demo workspace to play around with it. And just to show you what I'm working on is you've got this long string because it needs to be secure, and you just click copy, and that'll copy that string for you. And then you can just click the launch template in Gitpod. And if you have a GitHub account, which you have to sign in to do that, then you can pop over by clicking that button. It'll pop over to Gitpod, and it'll pull this repository in this little template repository in a VS Code Studio window. And what we can do is we can just click to create a .env file for our environment variables. And then in that file, we'll just create an environment variable called hyper, and we will paste that connection string that we copied from the dashboard. And when we paste that and save that, we can go over to demo.js, and you can see that it's pulling in from Hyper client. So let's go ahead and just run yarn to make sure we've downloaded all of our dependencies. One is the Hyper client, and the other is .env to pull up the environment config. And so we pull in the client, and then we give it our configuration information here, and that initializes this Hyper client. And the Hyper client gives us access to data, search, storage, etc. We're just going to use data in this demo, and let's go ahead and create a movie. So with data, we specify kind of the model here, and then we're going to do a post to create. We're going to give it an ID. Let's go ahead and give it an ID 2, and the movie Justice League, right? And then we'll just comment out this get, and we'll run this. And we can run this on the terminal by just typing yarn demo, and you can see it's okay with an ID true. And then if we uncomment out the get, and we change that to ID 2 and save, and then run yarn demo, you can see we get the document. So with that setup, by going to dashboard.hyper63.com, signing in with GitHub, it's going to create you a developer Hyper63 service and give you a connection string. And then you can click on the template button and open up this free workspace environment, set your configuration screen, and again start coding with the Hyper client, just like that. So I think this is really cool. I still have a lot of work to do to get some documentation out and just refine the API, but I think this client API will be really easy on the eyes, and this kind of environment will allow me to build workshops to explain how to build things with Hyper. So be curious to hear what you guys think, and thanks again for your time. Have a great day.